I'm sorry, what was that?
Was Isaac usually present?
Sometimes, yeah. For the most part, yes.
Okay. Where would you typically hang out with Kara?
We would be at her mom's house, and once or twice we were at my parents' house, my mom's house.
Okay. How would you describe the nature of your friendship with Kara?
Friends, like good friends. I don't know. We would drink together, so I don't know.
Okay.
Good friends, I guess.
Do you have any knowledge of Kiara's involvement in this particular case?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Can you?
With the like a machete-looking thing, and that's kind of it.
Okay. Did Kiara explain to you why she wanted to hurt Grace?
Yeah, she said that her and Isaac used to date or something, and she was kind of a little bit jealous, I guess.
Okay. Did she tell you what she was jealous about?
No, just that she was jealous.
What was your, did you observe Isaac and Kiara's relationship together?
Yeah.
Okay, and how would you describe the relationship?
Toxic.
Okay. Is everything you've testified to so far based on what Kiara personally told you?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that Kiara told you about her intentions towards Grace that you have not already discussed?
I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, she showed me a couple different things.
What did she show you?
She made like a metal ball. I don't know. It was weird. And she showed me the knife she wanted to use, or the blade she wanted to use, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. And did you ever witness Kiara behaving violently?
No.
Okay. And did you have any personal knowledge of any mental health issues that Kiara may have had?
Objection, Your Honor.
Come up.
Before this witness even takes the stand, pay close attention to what's happening in this courtroom. This is one of those moments where a seemingly casual conversation from months, or even a year earlier, suddenly becomes potential evidence in a murder trial. The prosecution is about to introduce a witness who claims the defendant once talked about wanting to kill the victim. And not in vague terms. We're talking about an alleged discussion involving a weapon, a plan, and a motive rooted in jealousy. Now here's why this testimony matters. Prosecutors often look for what's called evidence of intent. If they can convince the jury that the defendant expressed a desire to harm the victim long before the crime occurred, that can help support a theory of premeditation. But the defense has an opening too. The witness admits she was drinking. She says she thought it was drunk talk. She didn't take it seriously, and that creates a huge question for the jury. Was this a real threat, or just reckless venting that never should have been treated as a genuine plan? Watch closely for 3 things in this testimony. First, whether the witness sounds confident or uncertain. Second, whether she changes or adds details under cross-examination. And third, how often the lawyers object. Every objection is a clue about what each side wants the jury to hear or not hear. And one more thing. Notice how the judge emphasizes that everything must be recorded and spoken clearly into the microphone. In a trial like this, every word matters. A single sentence can become a key piece of evidence, and a witness's hesitation can be just as important as the answer itself. So buckle up, because this testimony starts quietly, but it's about to introduce allegations that could dramatically shape how the jury views this entire case.
Face me and raise your right hand. I'm going to place you under oath. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under penalty of perjury? I'm sorry, I need to get your voice on the recording. Thank you. Please have a seat. I know this is kind of an unusual, stressful environment. It is for everyone. What I need to make sure you know is that everything that we do has to be recorded, so I need to get your voice on the recording. Okay? And so if you're speaking too low, I might ask you to speak up. Also, when you're being asked questions by the attorneys, make sure you understand what they're asking you. And if it's not clear, just say something, and they can clarify the question. Okay? If you'd begin by introducing yourself to the jury by stating your name and spelling your name for us, please.
Kiana Aguilar, Keianna Aguilar.
Can the jury hear her? Okay. Go ahead, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. You take the first question. For me, where do you currently reside, Ms. Aguilar?
Los Alamos.
Okay. And how long have you known Kiara McCauley?
If like 5-6 years maybe.
5-6 years? Okay. How did you first meet her?
I was working at Subway here in Santa Fe, and her and Isaac walked in and got a sandwich from me, and she gave me her number, and we became friends.
So was Isaac with her at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. And did you primarily spend time alone with Kiara?
No, it was usually with her and Isaac.
Okay. Was Isaac usually present?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Was Isaac usually present?
Sometimes, yeah. For the most part, yes.
Okay. Where would you typically hang out with Kiara?
We would be at her mom's house, and once or twice we were at my parents' house, my mom's house.
Okay. How would you describe the nature of your friendship with Kiara?
Friends, like good friends. I don't know. We would drink together, so I don't know.
Okay.
Good friends, I
Do you
guess.
do you have any knowledge of Kiara's involvement in this particular case?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Can you answer what you know about Kiara's involvement in this case?
One night when we were drinking, she.
And there it is, the moment the entire courtroom perks up. The witness has just testified that Kiara allegedly said she wanted to stab Grace. From a legal standpoint, this is potentially powerful evidence because the prosecution is trying to establish intent and motive. But notice the immediate problem. The witness also says they were drinking. That means the jury now has to evaluate credibility. Was this a serious statement? A drunken exaggeration? A joke? Or a genuine threat that foreshadowed what happened later? What makes this testimony especially interesting is that the witness doesn't sound overly rehearsed. She hesitates, qualifies her answers, and even asks, "That's her name, right?" Sometimes jurors view that kind of uncertainty as honesty. Other times they see it as unreliability. And remember, the prosecution doesn't necessarily need this witness to be perfect. They need the jury to believe the core allegation. Now I want you to think like a juror for a second. If a friend said something violent while drinking, and you laughed it off because you thought they weren't serious, would you later see that conversation differently after a tragedy occurred? That question may end up being one of the most important issues in this entire trial.
Told me that she wanted to stab Grace. That's her name, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did she tell you this?
We were at her mom's house and we were drinking a little bit, so I didn't take her too serious because I thought, it was just like drunk talk, you know what I mean? And she showed me what she wanted to use and told me what she wanted to do, and I kind of just like laughed it off because I didn't think she was serious, and yeah, like.
So did you think she was just Just joking around or just
Yeah,
not?
I thought she was just joking around because, like I said, we were drinking, so I thought it was just her trying to vent to me a little bit, I guess, in a sense, and I didn't think she was really going to do it, though.
Okay. And did Miss McCulley drink a lot with you?
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance.
I can withdraw. Okay.
Counsel, go ahead.
Okay. So where did this conversation happen?
We were at her mom's house in her bedroom.
Okay. Was Isaac present when this conversation was happening?
No.
Okay. Did Kira ever discuss Grace with you?
Other than that one time, no, not really, no.
Okay. And approximately how long before Grace was killed did Kira make the statements about Grace?
I want to say maybe a year.
Okay. And what specifically did Kira tell you she wanted to do to Grace?
She just said she wanted to stab her with the like a machete looking thing, and that's kind of it.
Okay. Did Kira explain to you why she wanted to hurt Grace?
Yeah, she said that her and Isaac used to date or something, and she was kind of a little bit jealous, I guess.
Okay. Did she tell you what she was jealous about?
No, just that she was jealous.
What was your, did you observe Isaac and Kira's relationship together?
Yeah,
Okay, and how would you describe the relationship?
toxic.
Okay. Did you believe that Kiara...
This exchange may seem brief, but it's actually one of the more important legal moments in the testimony. The prosecutor attempts to ask the witness whether she believed Kiara was manipulative, and the defense immediately objects. That's because courts generally prefer witnesses to testify about what they personally observed or heard, rather than offering broad character opinions that could unfairly influence the jury. Instead of allowing a potentially prejudicial label, the judge ensures the testimony stays focused on facts rather than speculation or personal conclusions. So far, the witness has described a friendship that involved drinking together, an alleged conversation about harming Grace, and a relationship she characterized as toxic. Those are factual details the jury can evaluate for themselves. Whether those facts support the prosecution's theory, or whether they're being taken out of context, is ultimately for the jury to decide. The attorneys are carefully shaping what information reaches the jury because every answer can affect how the witness's credibility is perceived. What do you think? Should jurors hear a witness's personal opinion about someone's character, or should they rely only on first-hand facts and observations? Keep that question in mind as this testimony continues.
Did you believe that Kiara was manipulative?
Objection, Your Honor. May I approach?
Yes.
Is everything you've testified to so far based on what Kiara personally told you?
Yeah.
Is there anything else that Kiara told you about her intentions towards Grace that you have not already discussed?
I'm sorry.
No.
Thank you.
At this stage, both sides have accomplished something important. The prosecution has established that this witness claims Kiara personally made statements about wanting to harm Grace, while the witness has also been consistent in saying she believed those comments were made during a night of drinking and that she did not think Kiara was serious at the time. That combination creates a fascinating challenge for the jury. On one hand, alleged statements about violence can be highly significant if they demonstrate motive or intent. On the other hand, the witness herself has repeatedly explained that she interpreted those remarks as intoxicated venting rather than an imminent plan. Notice how the questioning narrows toward confirming that everything the witness testified about came directly from conversations with Kiara herself. That's a strategic move because it emphasizes the source of the testimony rather than rumors or secondhand information. The next phase of questioning may test these details even further, especially if the defense tries to highlight inconsistencies or uncertainty. If you were sitting in the jury box, would this testimony strengthen your confidence in the prosecution's case? Or would the witness's uncertainty make you hesitate? Let us know your thoughts before we move into the next round of questioning. You're now chatting with Minnie. Responses may have lower quality until 5:20 a.m. Try plus free.
So based on your testimony, you didn't have any, Isaac had no involvement in anything that took place
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
based on her approach, Judge.
Counsel, you may proceed.
1 second, Judge. Did Kiana ever show you anything?
Yeah, she showed me a couple different things.
What did she show you?
She made like a metal ball. I don't know. It was weird. And she showed me the knife.
This moment introduces another significant piece of testimony because the conversation moves from words to alleged physical evidence. The witness is describing items she says Kiera showed her, including what she believed was the blade that Kiera wanted to use and another object described as a metal ball. In a courtroom, this type of testimony can become extremely important because prosecutors often use it to argue that statements were not simply emotional outbursts, but were connected to specific actions or preparation. However, the jury must still carefully evaluate the reliability of this account. The witness is describing events that happened in the past, and her memory, the timing of the conversation, and the circumstances surrounding it all matter. A person remembering a frightening conversation months later may remember certain details clearly while being uncertain about others. That does not automatically make the testimony true or false. It simply means the jury must weigh every piece of information. Also notice something important. The witness admits she never personally saw Kiera act violently. That distinction matters. There is a difference between someone allegedly describing an intention and someone actually carrying out an act. The attorneys are building their arguments piece by piece, and the jury has to decide how much weight each piece deserves. What do you think carries more weight in a trial like this? The word someone allegedly said, or their actual actions afterward? That balance between statements and evidence is often where courtroom battles are won or lost.
She showed me the knife she wanted to use, or the blade she wanted to use, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. And did you ever witness Kiera behaving violently?
No.
Okay. And did you have any personal knowledge of any mental health issues that Kiera may have had?
Objection, Your Honor.
Come up.
Did you have any discussions with Kiera about any mental health issues that she may have?
No.
Okay. One second, Judge.
Yes.
The prosecution has now finished its initial questioning, and the defense is about to take over. This transition is one of the most important parts of any trial because the same witness who may have helped one side can become the focus of the opposing side's strategy. During direct examination, prosecutors highlighted the alleged statements, the claimed motive involving jealousy, and the witness's description of Kiera and Isaac's relationship. But cross-examination serves a different purpose. The defense is not always trying to prove that every statement is false. Instead, they often try to create reasonable doubt by pointing out uncertainty, memory issues, timing problems, or differences between what was said and what was actually done. Pay attention to the details the defense chooses to revisit. They may focus on the fact that the conversation happened while alcohol was involved, that the witness initially believed it was a joke, and that she did not personally witness violent behavior. Those details could become critical because criminal trials are not decided by suspicion alone. They are decided by whether the evidence meets the required legal standard. Now the question shifts. Will the defense be able to convince the jury that this testimony is unreliable? Or will the jury believe that these earlier statements reveal something much more serious?
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Briefly, Judge. Good morning, Kiana. So a couple questions. The conversation with Kiara, you stated was a year prior to the murder?
I believe so, yes. Like about a year to 6 months.
Can you get a little closer to the mic?
I'm having a hard time hearing you.
About a year to 6 months.
And when she had that conversation with you, isn't it true that she said that she and Isaac would bring Grace to kill her?
Yes.
So can you again then give us the full context of that conversation of what Kiara told you about what she and Isaac would do?
Okay, so I think we were in her room, or we were either in her room or on her front porch, sitting on the swing. I can't remember. I was intoxicated at the time, but she said that her and Isaac were gonna text Grace and have her come over, and like everything was fine and they were friends again, and she was gonna have Isaac text her and tell her to come over and spend the night, and that's when she was gonna kill her.
This is arguably one of the most important moments of the entire testimony because the details become more specific. Earlier, the witness described what she believed was a statement made out of anger or jealousy. But during cross-examination, the questioning brings forward a more detailed version of the conversation. The alleged idea that Isaac would contact Grace, make it appear as though everything was normal, and have her come over. From a legal perspective, this distinction matters because prosecutors often focus on whether evidence suggests planning or preparation. A general statement made during an emotional moment can be interpreted one way, while a statement describing a specific sequence of events may be viewed differently by a jury. However, the defense still has important points to consider. The witness admits she had been drinking, she was unsure of certain details, and she is recalling a conversation that occurred months before the alleged crime. The attorneys are now fighting over interpretation. Is this testimony evidence of a genuine plan? Or is it a conversation that has been remembered differently after a tragic event occurred? That decision ultimately belongs to the jury. One thing is clear. This witness's words have become a major focus because they connect alleged statements, relationships, and possible motives. If you were evaluating this testimony, would the additional details make the statement more believable? Or would the uncertainty surrounding the memory raise more questions?
Pass the witness, Judge.
Redirect, counsel.
Yes, Judge. So, it's correct that, did Kiara say that she was going to have Isaac bring Grace over that night?
Yeah.
Okay. So she didn't say that they had already planned anything. She said she was going to have Isaac bring Grace over that night, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Is this witness released?
We'd like to reserve her.
Okay.
The state will reserve under their subpoena as well, Judge.
So you're being held in what we call reserve. That means you may be recalled to testify later in the trial. So you can't, don't discuss your testimony with anyone, and don't seek out any information or, about the trial or the incident, okay? And the attorneys will stay in touch with you and let you know if you have to come back or not.
Okay.
But you're free to step down for now. Go ahead.
This concludes a significant piece of testimony in the case involving Kiana Aguilar's statements about conversations she says she had with Kiara McCulley regarding Grace. Throughout this hearing, the jury heard testimony about an alleged discussion involving threats, jealousy, and a claimed plan involving Isaac and Grace. The prosecution focused on these statements as possible evidence of intent and motive, while the testimony also revealed challenges involving timing, alcohol use, memory, and the witness's original belief that the comments were not serious. The judge's instructions at the end of the testimony are also an important reminder of how carefully controlled courtroom proceedings are. The witness was placed on reserve, meaning she may be called back later, and she was instructed not to discuss her testimony or seek outside information about the case. These procedures exist to protect the fairness of the trial and prevent outside influence on future testimony. Ultimately, the value of this testimony depends on how the jury weighs credibility, consistency, and context. A courtroom is not about one single statement. It is about how every piece of evidence fits together to form the complete picture. This case raises difficult questions about warning signs, personal responsibility, and how seriously threats should be taken when they are made outside of a formal setting. What do you think? Was this testimony a crucial piece of evidence? Or does it leave too many unanswered questions? Share your thoughts below. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.